Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
We start with a breaking news alert. 2 U.S. officials say it is highly likely that an Iranian anti-aircraft missile downed a Ukrainian jetliner, killing all 176 people on board. Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Jordan Schreier. President Donald Trump says he believes Iran was responsible. He is dismissing Iranian claims that it was a mechanical issue that brought down the plane, and is denying any U.S. responsibility as well. The crash came just a few hours after Iran launched a ballistic missile against Iraqi military bases housing U.S. troops. Stay with Valley News Live as we continue to learn more about this story. New at noon, investigators are trying to figure out how a mobile home in North Fargo went up in flames this morning. It happened in the 1200 block of Monte Carlo Drive around 7:15. Fire crews say all the snow around that building made it harder to fight the fire, and now streets nearby are slick with ice from all the water.
So as soon as we get that pumped out, we're going to go ahead and apply more ice or more salt to the icy road and get it situated that way.
Fire trucks were all over the place. They blocked me and on the driveway.
The house is considered a total loss. No one was home at the time and no one was injured. Also new at noon, police in Fargo are searching for a man who crashed a vehicle and then ran from the scene. It happened this morning just before 7 by Blaze Pizza in the 1400 block of 42nd Street South. Police say someone saw a white man in his 20s wearing a black sweatshirt and jeans run from the crash. Officers have now learned the driver of the car is not the registered owner. No other information is available. A 19-year-old Minnesota Army National Guard soldier has died at Fort Jackson in South Carolina. Officials say the soldier was found unresponsive during morning wake-up yesterday at a field location, and life-saving measures were unsuccessful. The soldier's name is not being released yet. An investigation into the cause of death is underway. Taking that live look outside right now, we are warmer than what we have been used to, at least from yesterday or the day before, but don't get used to this. Lisa Green is in with what we need to know for our Thursday forecast.
Seems to be the case right now. Just when we start to get used to a certain kind of weather, it changes in the next 24 hours. Things will be looking different for us here in the valley. And right now we're in the teens. It's not bad. We're at 19 degrees in Fargo, 15 in Grand Forks. It's 15 in Jamestown, 14 in Fosston, and 12 right now in Langdon. So our numbers are not looking too bad. There is some wind in the west, especially in the northwest right now. Some wind speeds into the teens, and that does factor into your wind chills a little bit. We've also had some areas of some snow lingering with our latest weather system continuing to influence our weather. Park Rapids, our visibility is down to 1 mile there, and up by Langdon and Devil's Lake, we're at 5 miles visibility there too, thanks to that snow. And then in other places, including Fargo, we get a little break in the clouds and have been able to enjoy a little sunshine. But you can see on our radar and satellite map that we've got this snow more likely off to the east. That will continue to move on. Perhaps our northern valley viewers still having to contend with some snow into this afternoon as this system continues to work eastward. Here's a look at our hourly planner. Expect mostly cloudy skies for the most part. As you see, Fargo is the exception right now with some sunshine and blue sky, though I do think we'll see some more clouds move in at some point. And temperatures into the upper teens to about 20 this afternoon. So essentially holding things steady. Now tonight we start to see those winds switch direction and eventually we start cooling things down, and we're looking at a chilly way to round out the week and start the weekend. Well, more on that and take a look at your Proceed Road to Frisco forecast too coming up.
Look forward to it. Thank you, Lisa. And if you're planning to hit the road for that big game, make sure you have the Valley News Live Storm Team weather app so you can keep up with weather anytime, anywhere. You'll get the latest forecast and conditions so you can plan your day. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store and you can download it for free. And speaking of Frisco, our Proceed Road to Frisco coverage continues throughout the rest of the week, taking you up to our 90-minute-long Farmers Union Insurance Bison football pregame show on Saturday. The coverage will start at 9:30 in the morning that day, with kickoff to follow at 11 o'clock between the Bison and the Dukes. Over to international news now. Ecologists in Australia believe 1 billion animals may have died in the country's unprecedented bushfires. More than 25 million acres have burned since September. And researchers say koalas, kangaroos, and wallabies are among the animals that have perished. Jamie Yukas reports on the enormous grassroots effort to help these species survive.
These 4 wallaby sisters were found without their mother, who died trying to find food after wildfire took her habitat.
We're really worried. Yeah, we really are.
Jan Sheehan is one of hundreds of volunteer rescuers.
These little girls, we've got to keep them, and make sure they get back out to the wild to reproduce.
Nelda Patterson is caring for a wombat she's named Naked Nellie and an eastern gray kangaroo named Fina.
Between kangaroos and wombats, you're really looking at this as the future of the species.
Absolutely. Heaven only knows how many's left out there. Really, it's shocking to all of us. They're quite unique in Australia, these animals, and once they're gone, that's it.
This will be their home.
An hour north, Julie Taylor Mills has converted her property into a mini animal sanctuary. The rescue group Wires receives up to 1,000 help requests a day, treating severely burned brush-tail possums, kangaroos with burned feet, koalas in need of care, and flying foxes pushed out of their habitat.
What do we have here?
So this is a redneck wallaby.
Mills is caring for 2 wallabies, and a pair of joeys just arrived today.
What would you want Americans to know about what's going on over here?
This is climate change, and it has just hit us like a freight train. The drought is underpinned by the fundamentally changing climate.
The volunteers say it doesn't matter to them how the fire started, whether it was a lightning strike or arson. They've been calling for a climate change action plan for years amid the country's 3-year drought. Jamie Yukas, CBS News, Dalmini, Australia.
And we have been following this story and will continue to. You can find more on our website or on the Valley News Live news app. In our consumer alert this afternoon, Twitter is set to start testing a new way to curb online abuse. The features will allow users to control who can reply to their tweets as the company looks to limit abuse and harassment. Social media companies are under pressure to address bad behavior on their sites, which often happens in unsolicited replies, targeting women and minorities. In a presentation at the Consumer Electronics Show, Twitter said users will be able to choose 4 different reply settings. Global, which lets anyone respond. Group, which allows replies from people you follow or mention. Panel or people, which are mentioned in a tweet or no replies at all. Fargo's PD Canine team did not disappoint during its national TV debut. Pretty good for the oldest dog in the contest, too. Canine Falco and his handler, Officer David Cochran, won their first round in the A&E show America's Top Dog, which premiered last night. Team Falco won $10,000, and they're going after the grand prize of $25,000 in the finale. Now, Falco is an 8-year-old Belgian Malinois who has been working with Cochran since he was a pup.